New Braunfels is not considered a desert region by any stretch, but you never know it by looking around. More families are going grassless in New Braunfels. Xeriscaping is catching on during our drought.
When you can't water it enough, and 100-degree temperatures every day for a couple months will turn your grass brown pretty quick.
We're speaking with local families and landscapers today about this drastic change in New Braunfels. Also, what's the right way to go about xeriscaping? And the burning question many of you ask is, hey, does this xeriscaping, does it radiate heat? Those answers coming up. If you guys are new here on my channel, thank you so much for hopping aboard, because every week we're really trying to put out relevant and timely information about what it's like to live in New Braunfels. It's desert-like in New Braunfels. Families are just, they're fed up with our ongoing drought and water restrictions.
Water bills get pretty expensive. There's people spending $1,000 a month on water, that have big yards.
New Braunfels residents are cutting the cord, if you will, or in this case, cutting the garden hose, or at least scaling back big time. Residents like Thomas, who has grass in his front and backyard, but
you're only allowed to water once a week, and that's not really enough to keep the grass green year-round.
So Thomas decided to xeriscape his investment property, his second home. Now, xeriscaping is drought-resistant landscaping, dry landscaping that doesn't require a whole lot of water. Like this house in New Braunfels, the homeowner here decided to go with crushed granite, some rocks, and drought-resistant plants. Thomas has similar ideas.
The plans we're trying to work on have 3 trees across the back, xeriscaping in the middle, some decomposed granite, some sod around the edge all the way around, big rocks down here so when the water runs off.
New Braunfels residents Ken and Mary also want to keep some green at the entrance of their hill country home, but that's where it ends. Why did you decide to make that switch or make that transition to xeriscaping?
I think
just in a common sense.
Water consumption, and to have plants that are really adapted to this environment. Right. I don't think big green lawn is really adapted to this area of Texas.
Yeah. So the rest of their front yard will be a mix of what's already in place and xeriscaping.
I would like to add something ground covering that won't erode, and have native plants, deer-proof native plants here. That'll add a lot of greenery and at least some plants, something living. There'll probably be some patches of rock.
Landscapers in the New Braunfels area are telling me that xeriscaping is a good option for our climate in South Central Texas.
Oh yeah, and the plants that you can get, you don't have, they're more deer resistant. You can use palms and yuccas and some of the cactus that the deer won't bother as much. Another plant that's really good for that is rosemary, that you really don't have to water it either.
What are some of the more popular requests you're getting for xeriscaping?
The most popular is ground cover, is removing vegetation and grass and going with low maintenance. So covering bigger areas with different types of rock. You want different sizes for areas that you walk on, and then if you have a lot of water runoff, you'll want larger rocks that won't wash off.
How can someone xeriscape without breaking their bank?
If you go with mulch, it's cheaper. Of course, mulch is way cheaper because rock has just skyrocketed. Mm-hmm. Even our costs, it's just crazy how it's probably doubled in the last year. Mm-hmm. If you get smaller plants, yes, it's cheaper, but most people don't want to watch paint dry, and they want larger plants, and they want it to just be filled in or flowering already, or ready to flower. I think the more established the plant is going in, especially in South Texas, the better.
Now, there is pushback on xeriscaping. Some of you say, look, it's not for me because it radiates heat. One thing people keep bringing up, the opposition is always, well, don't put stone, don't put rock, because it's just going to absorb the heat. It's going to radiate the heat. Is that true? False?
It's not going to make your house any hotter, but what it does do is, if you're depending what kind of plants you use, yes, it can radiate and burn up the plants. So what you would do is, if you're going to go with that type of plant, you're going to, in general, they'll have a drip going to that type of plant, to water it. Mm-hmm. you want to sod that area where the plant is.
Xeriscaping or traditional landscaping, or maybe just a combination of both? Let me know which one you prefer and why in the comment section below. And if you are xeriscaping right now or getting ready to, share your ideas in the comment section below so we can learn from you. If you plan on moving to New Braunfels, whether you're xeriscaping or traditional landscaping, I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. You can email me, you can call me, or you can shoot me a text. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching our videos, and we'll see you on the next one.